Brad Williams, XL Prime. Let's get into the sports theme. Count all the victories for a home team. How do we do it? SUMPRODUCT. SUMPRODUCT is a versatile little tool. And why can't we just configure it to say we, San Diego in this case, are the home team? If our home score is greater than the visitors, just count those. All right, F9, 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 F9. We should only see ones and zeros because this is fixed. The home team and visitors are fixed. It's just a score. There's a zero. In other words, if you lost, you're going to get a big zero. And there may be ties in here. I don't know. We're going to pretend that we can tie in whatever sport this is. How do we do this? Same dance, you know, different song, same dance, same dance. We're going to use SUMPRODUCT, and here it is. We're going to have to point to, well, the home team. And then we're going to have to use the and indicator. It has to be home team and a win. How do you indicate a win? D5 has to be greater than E5. We're going to count the rows. Well, because there's no duplicates, it's either a 0 or 1, win or loss. Didn't want to get this too complicated. If we need to read using the SUMPRODUCT function, you can count the number of rows in a list that meet criteria. That's what we've been doing repeatedly. You have a list containing the results of a basketball team. We'll pretend that you can tie. That means 0-0. If the score is, I guess I could put baseball here, right? Baseball. We could say a baseball team. Baseball, call it a baseball team. Scores are more appropriate. I'm not, a basketball game has a 6-0 score is kind of weak. 4 columns are present: home, away, and away team scores. I simplified this. We have 2 present. All right, this is just a typo. Only the game in which the team won at home should be counted. It's just simple to count games, but how do you count only wins? Home team has to be greater than the visiting team. SUMPRODUCT function is programmed to handle lists without Control-Shift-Enter. Older versions, we have to fuss with that, but newer versions, that's passé. That's ancient history, as they would say. Take a look. SUMPRODUCT, B5, B11 equals G5. Well, that's the home team. Wins. Notice wins. Times D5 greater than E5. If we need to look at the information, we're going to see there's going to be 1. I don't know who won. I don't know if San Francisco won or not. It's a tie, F9. We're going to see false, 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 true, true, false, 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 false. That's fine. SUMPRODUCT doesn't care if it's San Francisco yet. All it's looking for is if D is greater than E. And you can see it's false, true. That's all we're seeing here. False, true, true, false. Then we have to compare. We have to look at B5 to B11 equals G5. So look here. All we're going to look for is San Francisco. We're going to see false, 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 true, false. Then we're going to see falses and falses. Okay? Because 5 and 5 is not greater than, you get the gist here. If we hit F9, you can see this total is 0. If we continue to do this, we get a 1. We can see here, F9, F9, they have to match. Here's an example. We have true and true. So that must be Los Angeles 1. Then we have false, false. And in this case, why are we not using a unary? Well, because it's numbers, right? In Excel, SUMPRODUCT can differentiate those two. It's just going 1 times 1 is 1. 0 times 1. So false times true is a 0 versus a 1. So 0. So we're going to have a bunch of 0, 0, zeros. I'll show you. We'll look at this array. It should be 1 and a bunch of zeros. See, that's the difference. If we're messing around with text, we're going to have to throw in a unary or the n. Otherwise, Excel's smart enough to look at the numbers and do the computation itself. Brad Williams, XL Prime. Thanks for watching.